Hey Julie, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 13 recap.
Julie, what the hell were you thinking with that dress this week? You look like a cocktail waitress on a freaking oil rig.
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling it. Julie, please let me be your personal stylist.
Julie, please get anyone else.
I will make good decisions for you. Okay, so last time, Brendan decided to use the veto on his beautiful fiancée.
And Danny put up Jordan in her place.
So Jordan is like, now everyone, I bought an eviction dress and I would really appreciate if y'all would tell me if I'm going to be evicted so I don't waste the dress because I really want to wear it when I'm evicted.
Jordan is just so freaking perfect. Alright, Rachel is totally bummed because Danny came between her and her man.
Yeah.
Who is she going to jump on with her big, beautiful brain when she wins the HOH competition?
I love how that's what she's worried about.
I know.
But Rachel is very concerned about that, so she's campaigning to keep Brendan, and
hard.
she's
Very
going to
hard.
Adam, she's going to Shelly.
Well, she thinks she's got Portia. Adam and Shelly are actually playing both sides. They have been since the beginning. And Portia, I just got one question for you, honey. Where the hell did you find the bathing suit with a hood?
Yeah.
It's
I would
really
like to know.
weird. Alright, so Portia was up with Danny, talking to her about who she was going to vote for. And Rachel was totally pissed.
Yeah.
Portia is not allowed to speak to Danny. That's a big no-no. Alright, so Rachel and Brendan were in the hammock, and this was probably the most pathetic Big Brother scene I've ever seen in my entire career watching Big Brother.
Rachel was like, Brendan, I think you made a mistake asking me to marry you.
Oh god, this is so built to last, isn't it?
Durlest.
She's not even smart. She
You're
is
a
a
bad person, and no one will even hire me.
But baby, you're everything to me. You're gonna be my wife. I'm gonna be with you forever.
You're gonna be the wife of someone with a PhD.
Okay. Alright, so it's time for the old Julie check-in on the house guests. And Adam is an elf, a really lame one.
He did his little elf dance.
That was so bad.
I can't wait for him to be back in normal clothes.
I can't wait for him to be out of the house. His hard rock thing is like really getting on my nerves.
You mean you don't like the...
No, it's not even good.
I did it wrong, I did that.
Yeah, that's
not
the
bad.
hang loose.
I always want to do that, and that's not it either.
That's I love you. This is
Here we
like...
go.
Alright. So, the only other idiot we find now to take the other nominated person off the block was Dick when he took off Danny in season 8.
And
All right.
Danielle was like,
Yeah, well, Dick's got something to say about that. Well, I'll tell you this. If Dick was still in the Big Brother house, things would be completely different. She's playing horribly. Danny's trying to come out of my shadow. Her gameplay is terrible. In fact, all she did was lay in bed and play grab ass. And instead of a Nick, it's a Dominic. She screwed up really big. Without me in the house, she might still have a shot of winning. Yeah, right. Alright, so Danny's in the HOH, and
Julie's like, do you regret trying to target Jeff last week?
no.
I don't regret making the move. I just think the timing was like 2 weeks too early.
I'm just freaking out that I'm like sitting next to Danielle right now.
That one was probably one of my best. But anyway,
Probably.
she's like, my dad would support me.
Yeah, right. Okay, and monkeys will fly out of my butt in a minute.
And then Julie was like, well, do you think you can ever make up with Rachel and try to like mend that bridge?
Well, she would, but Rachel wouldn't.
She knows Rachel would not be willing to do it.
Because Rachel thinks...
Rachel is out to kill her.
Well, Rachel thinks that Danny did not just break up the house.
Couple in the
right.
house.
So they broke up the She broke up the marriage. They're not even married yet. They're not even Big Brother married yet, really.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, so it's time for the pleadings, and Brendan was so tearful, and
He's like, I'm not gonna cry.
it just, I can't even go there. But he is her Big Brother husband, I suppose.
Yes.
Jordan was so cool. She was just like,
It's been great, and I want to say
well, spans the summer with Jeff.
it's been nice to meet you all, and just vote for whoever you think will get you further in this game.
To quote
I have a little grammar.
To quote a
conundrum.
loser, class act. Name that. All right, so it's time for the vote, and only Rachel and Portia. I keep wanting to say Porsche. Only Rachel and Portia voted to keep Brendan.
So it's 5-2.
and
for
Rachel
Brendan.
tearfully gave her.
She's like, Joy, I don't do it, Jordan.
So Brendan was evicted, and Brendan checks in with Julie, and
She's alone my life.
Danny Hip made a huge mistake. Of course she did, fool.
Yes.
But it wasn't getting rid of you.
Let's talk about the goodbye messages.
All right, Kalia and Danny. Bitter pill.
Bitter apple.
Yeah.
Spray it on there.
And Jordan's was funny as usual.
She's been having great goodbye messages.
She really has.
She was all, I hope y'all invite us to your wedding, and Jeff won the $10,000, so you're going to get a nice gift, but not all the $10,000, just a small bit.
She's great. I'm sorry. She's funny as hell. And Rachel's goodbye messages was, our babies will watch our love story on DVD.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Isn't that great?
Ah. They're so weird.
I just want to rip all of my hair out everywhere on my body, including my eyebrows.
So then Julie revealed to the house guests there will be a twist in play next week.
That's right. The next evicted house guests will have a chance of coming back into the house.
They're going to face off with whoever America votes back in out of the 4 already evicted house guests.
But the house guests don't know that. Only we do. They don't know it yet. They don't know that.
You don't know.
You don't know their life.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for the HOH competition. It's called Checkmate, and it's a 2-person face-off at a time on questions about the first 3 evicted house guests.
It was the winner of the round gets to pick the next 2 people to face off, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Rachel totally dropped the F-bomb during this.
She blew it.
And Julie had to call her out and say, keep it clean, house guests, meaning Rachel potty mouth. So let's just cut right to the chase. It came down to Kalia and Shelley. And once again, Shelley cannot flush the toilet. Kalia wins HOH.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Again, worst case scenario.
But you know what? It's really not.
True.
Because the person who gets evicted has a chance to come back.
That's right.
I have a feeling if Danielle was evicted this week, she would just be walking right back in.
Yep. Because I think it's going to come down to Cassie versus Danielle.
Danielle's not.
I'm sorry, Cassie versus Rachel. All right. And I'm thinking Rachel's probably going to be able to defeat Cassie, so.
Hopefully it's not Jeff. Okay.
I hope not.
So, until next time.
Much love.